The following episode has been paid for by the New World Order. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to this, probably about the 20th episode we've taped. We've been filming overnight.
To be fair to Jay,
I just rolled my happy ass out of bed. That's why I'm drinking Mountain Dew.
We played rock, paper, scissors just now to see who would intro his show, and that was the most half-assed welcome.
I don't do coffee. I barely do energy drinks.
You do.
So I'm downing me a Mountain Dew to help wake up. So forgive my lack of energy on this one.
Oh my god, that was good though. That was good.
So yes, welcome everybody to this installment of Dad's on Wrestling. I am the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams.
And I was Jeff Meacham, who was up since 5, you know. Pretty much. It's all good. It happens sometimes. Sometimes we reverse the roles, you know.
Rarely on my end.
Rarely on your end.
You know, last Friday, 7 months ago, I was partying like my name was Jeff Meacham.
That's right. Yeah, seriously. And I was... Yeah,
you were babysitting my kid and had your kid too.
Yeah, I was going nuts. That's
at my ex's house,
Yeah. Back, when it was 10 years ago.
Still off the adrenaline of the Kings eliminating the Ducks.
Which was 20 years ago then.
Welcome to Dad's on Wrestling.
Where's Mikey when the old man?
It's not
the same. Not the same.
We are here to discuss another one of your submitted topics.
Which you submitted 20 years ago. Yeah.
This one off of the tweeter. From Heel Carner at Kyle, Kyle Carner, Carner.
God damn.
And he wanted to know the top 10 United States title reigns in the WWE era. And me and Jeff kicked back and we're thinking, there's really not 10 memorable WWE United States Championship.
Now we're talking from July 2003 to the present, because yes,
Eddie Guerrero won the tournament.
Yeah, the WCW US title was defended in the WWF from summer 2001 till the Alliance storyline was over, but we're not counting
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, so we're not counting those because they weren't the WWE US Championship. Those reigns are included in the history now, which makes no fucking sense to me, but whatever.
Vince McMahon, who made no sense.
Except we brought back the NWO. That was good. Hogan was old as fuck then.
So these are the 5 reigns that we could come up with as being memorable and good,
great reigns. Yeah.
We didn't put them in any kind of ranked order. We're just going to go in order from
happenstance.
When the belt came back until now. The order that they obtained the championship.
For that particular reign.
So the oldest champion, as far as reign first, most recent last.
There you go.
First one we're going to talk about is John Cena.
Now, he was a 3-time champion, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yes.
Are we talking about the reign going into WrestleMania 21 where he lost to OJ, or are we talking about the first one where he beat the Big Show?
I'm talking the first one.
When he beat the Big Show.
Yeah.
And reigned until the summer when he attacked Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
that was a good run. That was Cena's first real test as a singles champion, and he came through with bright, shining colors.
Yeah.
And a spinner belt at the end of the third reign. But, he really, I think, was the first to legitimize the U.S. Championship. Yes, Eddie Guerrero was champion first. Yes, Big Show was champion for a while. But Cena really brought the U.S. Championship back into the prominence it had when Lex Luger held it in WCW, when Sting and Ravishing Rick Rude feuded over it in WCW, when Dustin Rhodes had it in WCW. John Cena really made the U.S. Championship the must-see championship match each and every month or each and every week on SmackDown. More so than JBL's 280-something day reign as WWE champion. John Cena was the face of SmackDown during his U.S. Championship run and his subsequent other 2 runs.
Yeah. Next one on the list is Chris Benoit. This is his 3rd WWE, 5th overall. Mm-hmm. The one that ran from October of 06 until he lost it to MVP in May of 07. 222-day run.
Yeah, and think about the timing of when he lost the championship. Less than a month before the tragedy.
And you know, I never really thought about that.
Because he's supposed to be ECW champion.
Yeah,
going
he was
into that
going to
weekend.
win the ECW belt.
Jerry Stone was blowing up then.
At least it's on vibrate.
That's right. But it's still rocking the table. I love it. Yeah, Chris Benoit, again, you know, a great U.S. champion. Even in WCW, when he won it from David Flair and really legitimized that championship again after David Flair's lackluster bullshit with it. And then carrying it in WWE, being in the finals of the tournament to reactivate the championship in the first place, losing to Eddie Guerrero, but still making that tournament worth watching along with Eddie. And then getting this, now his third WWE reign and lasting from October until May is pretty goddamn good, if you ask me.
Yeah, very good.
And Chris Benoit will forever be remembered as what he did, unfortunately, but we cannot discount his greatness in the ring and as a singles champion.
I completely agree. The next one that we have is MVP, who Benoit lost it to.
Right. And he reigned for almost a year, if I remember right.
Yeah, I accidentally hit a back button.
I think it's May 07 to Backlash 08 when he lost to Matt Hardy.
Yes.
There you go.
343-day reign.
The longest until Dean Ambrose, if I remember right. And Dean Ambrose, and we'll get to that in a minute, because it's not on our list, but it needs to be discussed.
Yes. He had it for 8 days less than Ambrose.
Right, exactly. So, MVP, much like Cena in 2004 and 2005, made this championship worth watching.
And I didn't want to like MVP as champion.
I didn't
either. First
either.
won it because he took it off of Benoit.
Exactly.
But goddamn if he didn't make it fun to watch that title.
Yeah, he did.
The VIP lounge and Matt Hardy and
tag team
everything that he
champion.
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That was a great U.S. championship run. He just kept, much like JBL did, he kept finding ways to win and kept finding ways to hang on to the championship. Even feuding with Kane, having an Inferno match.
Yeah.
He still escaped as champion. So there you go. There was that. And then we're on the next one.
Yes. Next one we have is The Miz. 224-day reign from October 5th, Mikey's birthday, 09, until he lost it to Brett in May of 2010.
And I would even put Miz's two reigns together almost. Only because, save for losing to Brett and the brief blip R-Truth had with it, Miz was champion for almost a year.
For 3 weeks.
So, yeah, Miz was champion for almost a year.
Yeah, there was 28 days there in between Miz's two reigns that it wasn't in Miz's hands.
Exactly. So, and again, much like Cena and MVP before him, Miz made this championship. He almost made it.
He was that smarmy punk that no one wanted to see with him.
Yeah, except like you and me.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But like, he almost made it in SummerSlam with this, with the U.S. Championship. He almost, he went to, I believe it was Night of Champions when he lost it to Bryan.
It's like watching Cena with the WWE title these days. It's like you just keep watching him as champion to see who's going to finally beat him.
Exactly.
That's the way the Miz's run was, because nobody, save for us, were Misfits back then.
No.
It took Miz's babyface turn for people to come onto the bandwagon, the Johnny-come-latelys and shit.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Fox Sports West girls with the Kings, 7 months ago.
Yeah, whatever it was now, yeah. Lord.
But yeah, The Miz was a great U.S. champion.
Absolutely.
And the last one we're going to discuss is Dolph Ziggler, 182 days. Now, yes, there's other people that had longer reigns than Dolph, but at the end of the day, Dolph's kind of made up for some of those half-ass reigns in the middle there, because once Bryan lost it, even before he got it, you had Truth with a 21-day reign. Miz's second one was less than 100 days. Sheamus at 48. Kofi at 49. Like, Dolph was a nice, stable run trying to help solidify that title again until he lost it to Zack Ryder for 29 days.
Yeah, and didn't Dolph win it back, or who did Zack lose it to?
Fuaga.
Oh, that's right.
For his 49-day run.
Yeah, But Dolph, and Dolph's feud
the U.S. title that the bookers didn't know how to book.
That's right. Dolph Ziggler's feud with Zack also put the belt on the map again, too, because Zack wanted nothing more in this world than to be United States champion. That's what he wanted, and he got it.
Because he knew that he wouldn't get WWE title.
No, he definitely wouldn't. But Dolph being the champion going into that feud really put the U.S. title over because Dolph can work like fucking nobody else. And putting Zack over made Zack Ryder that time. And it took a Dolph Ziggler to make that happen.
And it took the fans to make that happen.
Very true.
Let's take nothing away from us,
Yeah.
who got behind the Z True Long Island story.
Yeah.
That, helped get Zack Ryder over, which is why his reign was only 29 days, which is why he isn't on TV that much anymore. Mm-hmm. It's like, we appeased you assholes, now back off.
Yeah, and
WWE didn't want to make Zack Ryder.
No.
They pulled the trigger because they felt like they had to.
Yep. And there's Zack's run, which was memorable but brief.
Yeah.
Now Dean Ambrose. People are going to say, well, Dean Ambrose was the longest reigning U.S. champion in WWE history. That's great.
But how many times did he defend it?
Yeah, exactly.
And I know that's not his fault. That's the exact same thing I said to Jeff. It's not his fault. That's the booker's fault. But still.
If you don't have faith in the guy to defend it on TV, why put it on him in the first place?
Thank you. There's plenty of guys, with nothing to do right now that would be a phenomenal U.S. champion 6 months ago when we filmed this.
That's right. Now, and again, this is
better than Sheamus, who currently,
as of this
6 months ago.
Yeah. We're going to keep doing this shit, whatever. Honest to God, and if this happened already, then forgive us. I honestly think that once the World Heavyweight Championship was unified into one championship, I feel that the IC should absorb the U.S. as well. There's no reason for two singles mid-card champions anymore. There hasn't been a need for one since the end of the brand extension and the separation of the two brands.
Which was a big mistake, we've discovered.
Yeah.
I've said it all along that doing it was going to be a mistake. Everybody disagreed with me, and now they're realizing it was a mistake.
To separate them or to put them back together?
To put them back together.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you have one world champion, you have one tag champions, you have
one women's champion,
one divas champion. Yeah. Why do you need two singles mid-card championships? And if you're going to have two, don't have it be the same level of championship. Like Intercontinental was always the counterpart to the U.S. and WCW.
Yeah,
why not have a TV
European
or a TV championship where you're defending every single fucking week?
Or an internet championship to be defended on superstars and main event.
There you go. Zach. Just saying. That could work. Because you only see those shows on WWE Network now.
Yeah, that can be the belt that gets defended on the pre-show.
The Network Championship.
The YouTube pre-show to pay-per-views.
Yeah, the Network Championship. There it is.
The one that's only on the internet.
Exactly. But again, that's common sense from WWE. 6 months ago, we filmed this.
Too bad the common man doesn't have common sense to pitch that.
Well, unfortunately, Dusty's not in charge of booking anymore, so, there you go. It's not TNA.
Yeah,
All right. So there it is. Thank you very much, Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle Carter.
Kyle Carter. For the topic suggestion 6 months ago.
We're bastards for this, by the way, because, seriously, by the time you go home tomorrow after the 24-hour day, so early Saturday morning, which would be the 24th of May, as we're filming this, we're probably going to have shit canned through Halloween.
Exactly.
Save for 4th of July, my birthday, and pay-per-view predictions.
Which I'll be back again next week to do that anyway.
That's right.
And we'll can even more through Christmas.
Nah, we gotta make sure we wait on those things. That way we can have, the tree in the background and all that good shit.
Okay, the tree, which was up till February then.
You leave it alone. We got it delayed. It's not my fault. We'll see you guys next time.
Okay, I will tell the story. Good night.